Hello and welcome to the Sasageyo Podcast. My name is Tim Byers.
And my name is Leah Byers.
And what an eventful week.
An eventful week.
Well, last week. Hence, if you may have noticed the week of January 10th, there was no episode. That is because there were fires in SoCal. And we live in SoCal.
You're saying it so casually.
Well,
there were fires.
It's the coping mechanism.
It's the journalism Tim.
Yes.
The news reporter Tim. Yeah, there were fires.
Fires have broken out in Southern California.
That's exactly how he sounds.
Stay tuned for the 7 p.m. discussion. Talk. What is it?
Podcast?
Report.
Oh,
I don't know.
7 a.m. rapport.
Ooh, fancy.
And so... Anyway, several of our families were affected by it. Luckily, everyone's okay, but there were some
properties were lost.
So that is a bummer.
Big bummer.
A lot of homes. Like 4 million acres. No.
What?
No,
$4 million.
Don't give false facts.
No, definitely not 4 million, but
Didn't
at
it say
least
$4 trillion worth of damages.
Trillion?
I don't know.
I think it was trillion.
That's an insane number.
I don't know about
That's
trillion.
like a big number.
You think billion?
It's got to be billion. Trillion is
That's a lot.
we're in like $3 trillion of debt as a country.
That's
And
true.
rising.
And if all of Pasadena is that, that's
crazy.
Could have just sold it.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's got to be billion, like 4
Yeah.
billion.
But
But I think
It's
it burned
insane.
like 40,000 acres for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy.
yeah, so pour one out for all
Yeah.
of them and for all of us.
Sorry if you were affected by that in any way.
We feel you.
We're right here. We're literally an hour away.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
They got the cat. The cat was fine. My parents' cat.
Tim, that was so
worded
random.
crazy. That almost sounded like the fires got the cat.
They as in the fires. My parents got their cat. So
The cat is okay.
The cat is okay.
The cat is good.
Unfortunately, Crackers did not make it.
Oh no.
My best friend lost 2 houses.
This is so
and
sad.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be smiling.
It's
Okay,
all
It's
right.
bad.
But yeah, their parrot was unfortunately not able to be saved. So
It's
Just as unfortunate as the parrot, you know.
yeah. He was like 20, 25 years old. He was old.
It's a good life.
he had a good life.
I know. He's a good parrot.
Yeah.
Rip
But
crackers.
Rip Crackers. Please enjoy some crackers today in his honor.
Mhm. A moment
Cracker
for the
Cracker Jacks. Is that what it is? Cracker Jacks?
Yeah, Cracker Jacks.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
popcorn though. I feel like it's like
It is.
caramelized
Is it?
popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Pass me
I don't
some
know.
peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Yeah.
But
that
have you-
doesn't
That's how the song
explain
goes.
what I know that's how the song goes. That doesn't explain what
Duh.
Cracker Jacks
Well, no,
are.
because it's in a
Here.
box and it's a red box and they're called Cracker Jacks.
Have you
and they
ever
have-
eaten peanuts and Cracker Jacks at a
First of
baseball
all,
game?
I hate peanuts.
I think so.
Oh, you don't like peanuts?
You will never catch me eating a peanut.
Which is real dumb.
That's
real dumb.
disgusting.
It's
Cracker
If
Jacks?
Tim eats peanuts,
I love peanuts.
no kiss.
Well,
peanuts.
No kisses for you.
I'm like, shoot, fine.
Well, you actually don't even need to have a separate bag of peanuts and Cracker Jacks because
It's mixed, right?
It is a snack food consisted of peanuts and caramel coated popcorn.
AKA Cracker Jacks.
The brand is known for its molasses flavored caramel and a small prize inside each box.
Oh. Okay.
What did
we learned
was
things
it Jimmy
today.
Fallon who said like he was sitting, this is a crazy start to like an Attack on Titan.
Whatever.
Wasn't Jimmy Fallon was talking about like Jack Nicholson and he was like they're eating Cracker Jacks and then he was like, what'd you get in that Cracker Jacks? And Jimmy's like, I don't know, like it got a sticker. And then he was like, when I was a kid there used to be a toy in there. Now all they have is effing stickers. It's like Jack Nicholson, you know?
Like an actual, what kind of toy though?
I don't know.
Like a yo-yo?
Like a little
No. Oh, that would be a fire toy.
car.
AJ.
Oh, I can't say fire. Oh, too soon.
Moment of silence for
That
crackers.
is not a good, that's not a good slang word right now.
No, it's canceled. Fire is
No.
canceled.
No,
bring
it's
back
okay.
wet. Bring back wet.
Bring back
That's
wet.
wet.
That is wet.
That's wet.
Was that
all
it?
the Gen Zs listening right now are like, these guys are so skibbity toilet Russians.
Cracker Jacks were
so dumb.
created 129 years ago.
That's wild.
And they're owned by Pepsi.
When was baseball made?
Like freaking 1800, which is probably
When was it?
Professional or like stadium baseball?
No, I'm going to say 1880s because of the Industrial Revolution.
It's like got to be 1840.
No.
This is such a great start to our conversation.
1838.
Dang.
Hey,
You're telling me
right.
Abraham Lincoln could have played baseball?
Low-key, yes.
He was probably pretty
Shoot.
good.
Why didn't they just end the Civil War and play
The
ball?
first recorded game in North America was 1838, but it's possible that they were playing before that.
Yeah.
That's wild. Imagine if instead of like wars, it was baseball.
I know. That's
Let's
how we
settle this in a
settled.
game of
Or
baseball.
football. That's more physical. If you want to get physical, if you want to
No.
fight physically.
Yeah.
Rugby.
Rugby.
Rugby is the sport to like win land over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Football is just
It's not a man's
women's
sport. That's for
when you
sure. It's
watch
not a man's
rugby.
sport. People are going to hate on this.
Well, let's be clear. Are we talking about like American football, or are we talking about like we talk about football chat like that one?
We're not
Yeah.
talking
We're-
about
I
soccer.
was specifically talking about American football.
Oh, you're talking about good old American football, the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And
Give me the
things like
dip in the
that.
bear.
Okay. Let's stop.
Sorry. God, this is such an annoying intro.
Yeah,
We're
I
usually
know.
better
You're
than this.
so annoying.
It's been a while.
I
Come on.
hate us.
In other news,
We haven't seen each other in a bit.
I
so-
know. Well, a happy new year.
Happy New Year and happy birthday, Tim.
Thank
Ooh.
you. Happy birthday, Christopher. Shout out to you.
Oh,
Hey,
yes. Happy
Christopher
birthday,
got a little
Christopher.
shout out.
Shout out to the Discord, of course, you know.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to the Discord. We are nothing without you all.
Yeah.
We are nothing.
Continue your welding, Pixels.
Oh, yeah. We need more welding in the wild.
Need more welding in the wild, yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know if there's
So
any
funny.
welding in here,
I mean,
but
right there in the corner.
But right there.
Right here.
oh, yeah, right there. That's welding.
That's welded. Probably
Yeah.
Pixels did it.
We'll take a picture of that later and we'll post it in the Discord.
It'll be welded.
I saw Sonic 3 last night. It was very funny. I will not say anything because no one else in this room has seen it.
Yeah.
But it was good. Best of the three.
I know a part. He told me a part of
Yeah.
it.
I had to close my
AJ
ears.
AJ closed his ears and made noises.
I didn't want to get spoiled of the joke, so
You shouldn't.
good.
I want to see it. Seems like it'll be good.
It was good, yeah. I would see it again.
Movie date?
True.
Triangle Square.
Everyone, Triangle Square Cinemas, Costa Mesa, be there.
Well, give
Is
out
it-
our
is it-
location.
is
We're
it-
gonna be stocked.
7 p.m. showing on a Tuesday because it's $5.
Oh, that's right.
$5.
Uh-huh.
One time I saw a movie there. Literally, we were the only two people there.
It's kind of
think-
scary.
I know. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I wouldn't
We
like
sat
that.
in the back so that way nobody could come up from behind. We were nervous.
But then you're
That's fair.
stuck in the back.
I know.
Yeah, there's no winning. There's no winning for
Well,
that.
in Triangle, the back is where you enter.
That is true.
That's true.
yes.
No matter what.
Yeah,
you're,
no matter what, we're screwed.
No, not if you're in the back center. Because then if someone like comes in, then you can like slip behind them and through the door.
Oh, that's true. Okay, that's true.
you know,
okay.
you got to think about these things.
Yeah, it's scary
It's
out
why-
there.
it's scary out there at Triangle Square at 7 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
It's a vibe. Okay, well, should we talk about this episode? This is the final episode of season 2.
Guys, this episode is so good.
It's so good. Tim told me that when he saw this for the first time, he was screaming
It's one of my
like
favorite
a little boy,
episodes.
Yeah.
like a little baby.
I feel like I wanted to cry last night when we were watching
He did
it.
turn to me also last night and he said, I feel like I could have
feel like
cried.
I could have cried.
It's
It's
pretty
so
sad.
emotional. Truthfully, I feel like the anime does this episode better than the manga does the chapter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
The manga kind of does some of that fun little pacing stuff that I love, that like such as with Marco, that it's like suddenly you turn
Oh,
a
yeah.
page and you're like, what the heck? Like what
You mean
happened?
the manga does that?
Yeah, in this episode, but I didn't like how they did it in the manga in this episode. Personally,
Okay.
respectfully.
That's an opinion. Opinions
Yeah.
can be wrong.
So therefore, with that being said, season 2, episode 37, Scream.
Season 1?
Season
episode
2.
37? Season 2, episode 12? I don't like how
Yeah.
that goes.
If any,
You
what?
said season 2, episode 37.
here's
It's
the deal.
season 1, episode 37, or season 2, episode 12. Am I wrong?
Technically, it is
No.
season 2, episode 12.
It is season 2, episode 12. Saying season 1, episode 37 is just like ridiculous.
I think you would just say episode
Saying
37.
season 2, episode 37 is ridiculous.
It's no less ridiculous than saying season 1, episode 37.
It's more like
Whatever.
it's more like it's saying we're in season 2. This is episode 37.
Yes.
Okay. Everyone's sober. We are so annoying. Okay, let's move on. The title of the episode is Scream.
Shout out SpongeBob. Flashback to Carla telling Eren that you need to have some restraint.
Strength is actually in resisting anger.
Because he is a little flashback to little baby Eren crying and having a welt on his face.
And she says, why don't you try by protecting Mikasa? Or why don't you protect her maybe once?
That's a lot of pressure on a 10-year-old.
That's a lot of pressure on Mikasa for having to protect Eren all the time.
I mean,
because
she's
he's
fine.
a little baby.
That's fine. She's like good at it.
True.
Don't try to suppress the gift.
Okay, then so we have that little flashback, but then it flashes
To her getting
forward.
chomped. To Carla getting chomped.
to her getting chomped. And then it flashes forward to the smiling Titan arriving to Mikasa and Eren in the field.
Oh, never mind.
And then it cuts to probably the theme song. The intro song.
The theme song was right there. And
okay.
Hulu is great, but of course it never lets you listen to the best in theme song.
Don't hate on Hulu. One day they could help us.
If they do,
they could give us some money.
I
maybe.
will love them.
She's the one that works at Hulu.
Oh,
Wait.
Yeah,
We have someone who works at Hulu in the building right now.
Yeah, we could.
Okay, so
She can sponsor us.
let's go get her. No, I'm just kidding. Bring her
Just bring
in.
her on.
Get in here.
Okay, then we go to the switch to the present. The armor Titan is throwing other Titans.
Which is fun. Did we talk about that? I feel like we talked about that last episode. I would love to do that.
Throw Titans?
Just throw.
You could do that. You could do that with like children right now. It's
Well,
like the same.
Yeah,
But I'm not going to.
But it's fun. They deserve it.
I would rather. I would
kids.
rather. What's an equivalent?
Like a rat.
You
or
know
a mouse.
the videos of people like when they throw their cat and the cat like lands and like turns and runs back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. Except I would actually try to throw hard.
Throw
how
hard like
hard could I
outside.
eat them?
Like
Yeah.
in a field. Anyway, armor Titans throwing Titans.
Yeah, like when Scottish
Animal
men
abuser.
used to
I know,
throw
this guy.
giant logs. You know when
Oh,
Scotsmen
yeah.
did that. They'd be, "Hood, only 23 meters."
Beaters.
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey,
Most people
good
can
job.
easy dialect code.
Most people confuse Scottish and Irish, so you actually did
What is?
I feel like Scottish has like more like
a quick
inflections.
A quick difference is exactly what you did. The ER when you say person. When you do
Person.
Scottish, it turns into more like person,
Patterson.
whereas in Irish is more like person.
Person.
There's a bit more rounding in the
Person.
R. There's a bit more rounding in the R when you
Little
say
back of the throat.
like person.
like
like
in Harry
Irish.
Potter, and he's like, my mom was a Muggle. My dad's a
Yes.
But
Is
quite
it
a
nasty
is
truck
his name
for both of them.
Seamus?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's Irish.
yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Seamus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Irish for
Yeah,
sure. with
Seamus
that.
is Irish. Yeah.
Isn't his last name Finnegan?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is though.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so he's so Irish.
He's
He's
is.
as Irish as they come.
He is just clovers.
What?
I was really trying to like
What are
come
you
up with something
saying?
like I was really trying to say like he's
Clover?
he's farting clovers, but I was like that
He's-
doesn't
he-
make sense.
He is
Oh, he's
clovers.
He's just pooping out clovers.
That's wild.
So anyways,
Okay.
so a guy comes to save Erwin and Erwin's like, nah, like don't, I'm replaceable.
Yeah,
And
and,
then-
Ymir's pissed at him,
Yeah.
at Eren, because but then because there's a Titan coming towards Erwin, and Ymir's like, gosh darn it, and goes to save Erwin from an incoming Titan. And yeah, and then Erwin's like, don't come save me to the guy.
Yeah. I'm replaceable. And then as he like looks
pretty
back at
epic.
the guy's like being eaten. He's like, oh,
Hey,
Never
so are
mind.
you. You're replaceable. And okay, but like, how is Erwin not like unconscious from blood loss at this point?
Well,
Like his whole arm is gone.
I think it shows
It's been-
he's wrapped it somehow. I don't
that
know
can
how.
only do so much.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. And yeah, so
he's
then
built different. He's
he's
like in
built different.
yeah. Anyways,
He's built different.
good
So
job. You just censored yourself. I'm proud of you.
Hannes blocks a swing from Smiley. I don't know how he does that. Maybe because I feel like some people get yeeted
Okay.
and they go flying, but Hannes just like puts up an arm and like
Yeah,
stops
what?
it.
He just goes like this. What? Is he suddenly like a superhero? Blocks from Titan?
And then he's like, "You guys aren't gonna believe this. What a momentous occasion! I'm gonna avenge Carla."
Thought that was a part of
I
it.
know, so that-
Little
Nah,
cough.
just
little improv there.
On his, yeah, and then he's like, "This is for your mother," or whatever. This is for Carla. And he's kind of like a little psycho, and it's like he's like, "What are the odds?" Like he's a little too excited. And then we cut to Ymir's debating what to do, either to stick with the scouts or go with Reiner. She's talking to Krista. This is them. Does something else happen?
kind of, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
a little
You
bit.
can interrupt me.
Well, I don't want to interrupt. Some people do that in podcasts, and that's not cool.
Oh my gosh.
Be that person.
Just go.
Jean and Armin are confused by Reiner. What's his plan here? Why is he throwing Titans? Do they no longer care about capturing Eren?
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, Ymir's trying to figure out her motivation. She thinks her
Like,
life
should we-
within the walls is a nightmare, and she can't protect Historia for forever.
Yeah, like, should she stick with the scouts or go with Reiner? She wants to protect Krista, Historia. Krista asks, like, why did you trade? I still don't understand the whole, like, why she traded her in. And like, Krista's just, like, okay with it. She's like, yeah, use me as bait, you know? It's just, like, weird.
Because she loves Ymir.
Yeah, I know. It's just weird.
So it's just as like, I don't know. I love you. That's really only.
yeah, but
the end.
Ymir's like, I'm doing this selfishly, like,
Well, she says she's doing it selfishly so that she wants to take Krista outside the walls so that she can barter Krista for her life, when in reality she wants to take Krista out of the walls because she feels like all hell is going to break loose inside the walls.
Mm.
And then we find out at the end of the episode that she changes her mind with
yeah. And then I think it's like Krista who says, like, as long as we're together, I'm not afraid.
And then it's like, you're gonna wanna get back.
Yeah, epic music. Oh,
And like
yeah.
Krista's doing all these tricks.
Yeah.
Slicing
Suddenly
Titans.
she's like super cool. And then we get back to Mikasa and Eren.
Hannes is fighting.
Hannes is like,
he's like
swiping-
a gnat. He's like a gnat
Yeah, literally
flying
like a-
around
That
this
was
smiley titan.
Yeah.
Mikasa is trying to fight, but she's got broken ribs. Eren is going rabid. I have to kill her. This is my chance. I have to be the one to do it.
He starts biting himself, but he can't turn into a Titan. I hate that.
Because he isn't.
I hate
he
that.
isn't fully healed. He knows
Yeah,
better.
but it's so gross because he's like biting his hand and he's like literally like tearing his skin off. Who would do that?
He's
and like,
desperate.
but like, who would do that and be okay? Like,
He's
Well,
built. He's built different.
He's built so
True.
different. I don't like
his
it.
mind gets focused.
It's just gross.
So he tries to transform and he still can't. Everyone just like, you start to kind of go on a montage of everyone's failing. John gets knocked over. Sorry, excuse me. This is one of
He's
those
got the
sneaky burps.
A little sneaky
John
burp.
gets knocked over and
He gets,
I
like-
don't know, breaks something but goes unconscious.
Yeah, like what happens there? All you hear is like a and like
And he
you
goes
think he like
"Ah," and like
there's-
blood shoots and then like he's unconscious.
yeah, and you're like, what just happened? Like, why is blood
Yeah.
coming out of his mouth?
And more people are dying left and right. And so Eren is desperate to transform.
Oh wait,
He's,
doesn't
like, going
Erwin like come in
crazy.
again to like help John?
Well, I don't think he tries to help Jean.
Oh, I thought he did.
But I did write that people are trying to save Erwin. And then Hannes gets grabbed by the smiling titan. And
Epic
Eren
music.
is like desperately even more so like, I need to transform now. Like, why isn't it working? And then here comes the chomp and, feet first. Before it with Eren's mom, I think it was
Head first. Ooh.
This time it's feet first, which is worse. Right?
Yeah, I would say so.
What would be worse about that?
Well, would you rather get your feet chomped or your head chomped?
I thought it was in the middle either way.
I don't know. I feel like head chomp because it just like
But at least you're getting torso, you know?
It'll end
head
me
chomp
sooner.
would be head chomp would be like really fast.
Well, actually, I noticed in the manga, because when they do that like brief flashback to the mom being eaten,
Yeah.
the Smiling Titan squeezes her because, and she like coughs up blood. Carla does, and I was like, that's bad.
Oh,
That just makes, to me, I'm like, that makes it worse.
Yeah, she's already like broken.
Yeah. So then Hannes gets grabbed, feet in, chomped. Hannes is like looking at them.
I know,
now,
and you
like,
see him. He's looking at his eyes like closed. It's like so sad.
it really is sad. Yeah.
Are you gonna cry?
I get goosebumps. I'm not
I
gonna
get
lie.
goosebumps.
I get goosebumps. It's sad.
I get the goosebumps.
I get the goosebumps. What you gonna do?
I
Kill
get the goosebumps.
And Eren's shocked and starts laughing hysterically.
Like he's kind of going crazy. Which
Pathetic.
valid. I'd go crazy too.
useless. Nothing's changed. A worthless kid.
That was
Pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Go watch the scene. Go hear that. It's a summarized version.
Mm-hmm.
So how the manga does this is Hannes is like fighting, and Eren's like, cut my tethers, the rope, so I can free my hands.
Mm-hmm.
Then it starts going to other people. Where are they at? Where are they at? You flip a page and chomp.
That's it.
Yeah, like you don't see him get grabbed or the suspense.
Oh,
You
it's just
flip a page and then like Hannes is like
Just
in half.
he's just cooked.
That's
and he's,
kind
like,
of like
looking
a
at them.
crazy plot, like not plot twist, but like that's kind of a crazy reveal though in
Right.
the manga.
And then
It's like what?
And then it like goes to another panel and like Eren is like collapsed on the ground, kind of like head in between his hands, and you just see the bite marks and like
Oh.
the tears.
Do you have the manga with you?
Yeah, I do.
I kind of
That's
want
kinda-
to see it.
That's kind of cool though.
Actually,
You said that it wasn't as cool. I feel like that's kind of cool.
well, I like the build up. You know,
More dramatic in the manga, like makes you piece it together. You know.
I've never really,
Ooh, I
I've
flipped right to it.
never really read through the mangas,
Mm-hmm.
so it's always hard for me to like, I'm so used to watching the shows, so I'm curious how that comes. Like, so a reveal like that in the in like the mangas, they anticipate that. They're like,
Yeah.
okay, well, the next thing they're gonna do is turn a page. Like, how do we make it exciting when they turn the page? And
Right.
you have
That's
to think
true.
about those processes when you're reading the manga versus watching the show.
Imagine like reading the manga first,
I
Oh,
know,
yeah.
yeah.
like,
Kinda
and
wish I
then
did.
watching the show. That
Yeah.
would be cool.
So kind of how it goes. I mean, you can't really see it's this good. So Jean see, or sorry.
You can just show it and then I can zoom in.
Okay.
If you're talking about a specific part. Yeah.
So Mr. Hannes is like, look at what's our luck? Look at this. I'm gonna be the one to avenge her, and Eren's like, you gotta free me. I've got to settle this. I have to be the one to kill her. Then it goes a couple pages, Jean nearly getting knocked off his horse, Ymir having this whole dialogue with Krista, Erevan saying, I'm replaceable, you gotta get out of here as fast as you can. The armor titan is coming. Turn the page. Crunch.
Dang.
Hey.
Scrunch. It literally says scrunch.
Ooh, I love manga like onomatopoeias.
Well,
Love me a good manga
I love me a good manga onomatopoeia.
ooh, there's like
Scrunch.
guts and everything.
Wait, let me look.
There's guts.
Let me see.
And then it just says the
Don't
next
gatekeep,
page.
show the
The
class.
Yeah.
next
show
page is just
everyone.
Eren laughing hysterically. So you kind of miss that. So you almost
Ew.
seem like he's just like finding joy in this.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So in some ways, I feel like that would be more like
Guts.
shocking. And
Ew, gross.
yeah, that's a little yucky.
Yucks.
Rip Hannes.
Yeah, dude.
He was really
so
coming around.
sad.
He sobered up.
He sobered up real quick. He
He be sober.
be real sober.
He be drinking.
I'd be drinking.
Shoot.
I'd be like,
If this
what's
was
his
my
name?
life-
Gelgar?
True.
Gelgar?
Gelgar. Dang.
It's
Good
only
on you.
it's only because I just did the recap.
Oh,
Read through.
that's good. That's
and
good.
he was like, I need a drink. That'd be me.
Eren shocks. He's laughing. You're useless. You're just a little kid. You haven't changed. And then Mikasa speaks truth, as I says.
Truth.
Slow-mo.
Truth.
Eren.
Oh my
thank
gosh,
you
this is a good moment
for
though.
fighting. and
Okay,
being with
don't
me,
make you're making fun of her.
for pushing through. Living with
Start from the
purpose.
beginning and give her the respect she deserves.
Am I voice acting?
Actually,
I will voice
Leah,
actor.
Leah, read it. Leah, read it.
Where is it?
It's like right there.
Yeah, Leah, now you have to voice act.
I'm not
Okay.
good at it.
No, do it. Try. This is an
Eren.
audition, right? This is.
Eden.
Oh my gosh! Instantly fired.
That's not true. Okay, well, wait, it's not. Meanwhile, friggin' the Smiley Titans eating Hannes. Okay, I don't know how to read this. Which way do I go?
Top right, and then just like down.
Top right.
Top
Thank
right
you.
of the page. Yeah.
Listen to me, Eren. There's something I want to say. I'm not going to say it like her. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for teaching me how to live. For wrapping this scarf around me. This is like a good moment.
She's getting close, and blushing.
Me?
No,
Mikasa.
Oh, I was like, am I?
Back off the mic, Leah. You're getting close.
I'm getting too in character. For wrapping the scarf around me. And then this is good. When Eren says, I'll wrap you up in it again. Is that what he says in the anime?
Yeah, I think so.
No, he says, I'll always wrap your scarf around you. Different.
Okay.
That's better in my opinion.
It's better.
I like that one.
Because
I
this
like that
says,
one better.
I'll
I thought
wrap
you were
you up
saying,
in
like-
it again, but he like stops and it's epic and he's like, I'll always wrap my scarf around you. Do 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 do. And
Yeah.
then he becomes just kidding. I don't even know what happens next.
Okay. Another difference I noticed because I always am a big harper on this is in the anime he like heals instantly, right? So he's been biting himself because he's not transforming because he's not healed. Then suddenly she speaks truth to him, and then boom, he's like his fingers have grown back, and he's like a fully assumed.
Thank you
his-
for
yeah.
giving me my fingers.
my fingies.
And in the manga, that's not the
for
case.
fingies.
What?
He says, "Thank you for the fingies." Just being
I missed
silly,
that.
Tim.
That made
I
me
missed it.
laugh
We're
so
just
hard.
being silly.
For the
Yeah,
fingies.
Imagine they talk
I'm
like
all
that
about
the-
silly.
Imagine they talk like that the whole episode.
I can't breathe.
That is
That
that's
was
good.
good. Okay, sorry. Go.
no, that was arguably better.
Go.
No, just in the manga, he's not still fully healed.
Oh.
But then,
Oh.
yeah, I always wrap my scarf around you. Little smiley girl is reaching
Wait, pause. There are purple flowers shown multiple times.
multiple times.
There's
Purple
purple
flowers.
flowers when I think when Hannes gets like, oh yeah. Wait, Smiley Titan, I put blah, blah, Smiley Titan chomps Hannes blood and purple flowers. Then Eren says, look at you, you're still useless as you've ever been, as he's talking to himself.
Uh-huh.
And sad music, deep talk. Mikasa says, thank you. And then purple flowers. And then she said, oh, I actually wrote down what she said. It's more than what the manga says. For pushing through to showing me how to live with purpose. Oh yeah, for pushing through, for showing me how to live with purpose, for always wrapping my scarf around me. And then they got real close and I was like, are they gonna kiss? But they don't.
There's no purple flowers in the manga. Just gonna say.
Well, isn't it in black
here,
and white?
I wrote what he said. He says Mikasa. I
no,
wrote
but there's no even flowers. It's
There's
just
not even
grass.
flowers, it's just grass.
just grass. I wrote what he said. He says, Mikasa, I will always wrap your scarf. That's what he said.
He didn't say around her. So
Maybe
like,
he said around
maybe
you
he
and I just didn't finish it. And then he says, what does he say before he does the punch? Epic music commences.
I just said he punches Smiley.
He says something and then he does.
It's like, turkey
Yeah, literally.
or whatever. And then lightning.
I put in my notes a little punchy poo. a little punchy poo. Because it was so anticlimactic. It was just like.
And she's just standing there like.
Go.
And then little lightning. And then he goes again to like swing, but she's not even close. So it's like he's standing in the air and like airboxing.
Airboxing.
Meanwhile, this Titan comes out of nowhere from behind him and jumps with his punch.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And actually attacks her. Watching this, like I still remember, I was like, oh my gosh!
Exactly like
what the heck? Why's this happening?
How old were you when you watched this?
Like Elmo.
Elmo's confused, babe. What's happening?
Hey, that's good.
And
good. Titan
comes, jumps on, starts eating her, tearing her apart.
Nom.
And they're like, what the heck is going on? Aaron's like, I don't know, but I'm grabbing Mikasa and running. So he puts her on his little piggyback time, little skedaddle. All Titans running for her and eating her, embodying Eren's rage. Everyone shooketh. Everyone retreat. Ymir says, this makes sense for Reiner.
No wonder Reiner wanted to get his hands on him.
Yeah, Reiner then says, the coordinate is Eren.
No.
We need to get it back.
No, he said why did the coordinate fall on him?
Why did the coordinate have to fall on you?
Yeah.
You're the worst person to have gained this power.
Yeah, and then Reiner's kind of like near Eren or like coming towards Eren, and then Eren's like, get the heck away!
You bastards, I'll kill you! Sorry to censor that. Oh, sorry. Getting a little carried away in my character.
It's a quote. It's fine.
Yeah, right. Erevan calls retreat. Krista tells Ymir to come. She says, you stay, I go, no following. Basically. That's
I
from
stay, I go.
That's
no
from
follow.
Iron Giant.
No
but
follow.
in reality, I think she says like, I can't. You
I
can't come
can't
with me or something. In the manga, she just says, sorry. It just says sorry. And then she leaves.
Yeah, I can't remember what she says. I'm sorry.
No, they broke up though.
Mm-hmm. Armin comes. Oh,
Reiner's overwhelmed.
Armin comes with horses and Jean. Yeah, Reiner's like attacked by, or like he's like, oh shoot.
But Ymir comes to help him. Armin does say, it's like an Armin little narration. He says, we're puzzled by Ymir's actions. Basically is what I wrote down.
And he's like crying. Armin's crying when he has Jean. Jean's like
he is?
knocked out. And then he has another horse and he's like, can you ride? And Armin like wipes his like tears.
Because Hannes died.
Yeah, I know, but it's just sad. He looks so sad. Anyway. And then
Infograph.
Oh no. And then wait. Okay, maybe you do the info.
All this happens pre-infograph?
Pre-infograph. But luckily the second half I feel like was
super
like 5
quick.
minutes. It was quick.
Wait, no. It's not infograph because Connie says again, hey, ugly to Ymir.
Oh, yeah.
Ymir's tie-in, which I love that he says that. He's like, hey, ugly, get over here.
That's good.
That was pretty good.
That's good. Voice acting.
And then Ymir decides to go and protect Reiner and Bertold. We see Ymir fighting the Titans that are fighting Reiner and Bertold.
Uh-huh.
And it's kind of like we look back and see that happening. Yeah. And then, and then we get a flashback to a photo with Eren and Hannes.
Oh, yeah.
When they're kids. And what does Eren do? Fake punching
Hannes this time. And
it's a little
Mikasa and Armin
there.
are looking and laughing. Infograph. Guess what? Titans are people too. Titans not from heaven. They kill without relenting.
Is that it?
What? I think we're supposed to kill Titans without relenting. It's like the scout mantra.
Okay.
It was 3 paragraphs long.
He just made it.
I was like,
I summarized
He just made it like 6 words. So.
Yep.
Okay, then Bertold, Reiner, and Ymir are on the wall. They're like out of breath, panting, and crying.
I don't know why I came back. I'm not smart. But I guess I owed you a debt. Then Bertolt says, thank you and sorry.
Thank you.
Ymir's like,
Freaking Bertolt.
don't mention it. No worries. It was nice to be a goddess while it lasted.
Mm.
Oh, being a goddess had its perks.
Yeah,
is what she
she
said.
looks up to the sky.
And that's how the manga ends. And I wish I could tell you I had the 13th volume, but I don't. So I don't know what happens after that. But the episode keeps going.
The episode keeps going. So then we start to learn about like what's happening inside the walls, that there's like a subterranean city that people have gone down under to, like a legit full-on city.
Yeah.
Like what?
It's the first time we're hearing
Who built that?
It's not the first time we're hearing about it, actually.
And they've been down there for like a couple days, but the food is like gonna run out.
Yeah, the
basically.
whole population, because they're checking.
So
to
they
make
might
sure
start turning on each other.
that the wall is still intact, and it is. So
Then
luckily,
so luckily they could come back up.
go back to the surface.
And then we cut to Erwin recovering. No arm Erwin.
With a little 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
You noticed that. Wearing a wife beater.
Oh. And Hanji and Connie come in. Pixis and Levi are there too. And Connie wants to talk about things about Ragako Village.
Mm-hmm.
And you see he's holding a photo of his parents. So it's obviously about the Titan that they think is like, he thinks is like his mom. And that opens a whole other thing of like, wait, Titans can be, well, Erwin's like, there's no freaking way.
Well,
Titans can be humans.
Well, before we get that,
What?
we get a whole nother little scene of Eren, Jean, Armin, and Mikasa. Seems like every season ends with this quadruo.
Okay.
Quadruo.
Yeah, what do you, because instead of saying trio, duo, quadro, would that be what you say?
No, it's just quad. It's quad.
The quad. And
yeah, I think so.
Eren is being a little Debbie Downer. None of this would have happened if I never got caught. Man, shut up, dude. You know? So then Eren says, oh, my fault. I got captured. And then Armin's like, well, the Titans ignored all of us on the way back. And I think that they acted that way because of you. So Jean then chimes in and says, it's the best explanation we got. Whether or not those people died for nothing depends on you. So prove it. And don't second guess what you're doing next. Then he says, that's right. Eren says, I have to be decisive. I need to make Reiner answer for what he's done. So I wrote down.
What he's down.
Which we'll talk about that in the spoiler section.
And then doesn't Armin say, suppose the Titans acted that way because of you?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I spaced out.
It's okay.
I do that. Cut back to Pixis. Titans are in Ragako. They are people. Erwin's smiling, going a little crazy.
Yeah, why is he smiling about that?
Levi's like, why are you smiling? What
it's
now?
Nothing. We just have taken one more step toward truth. Levi says, we lose too many people over truth.
Yeah, and then Levi's also like, you mean that to tell me that I've been like killing humans technically? It's like, come on, if they're humans, they're gone. They're long gone.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? Save them?
Yeah, what are you going to do? Train them like animals?
Or like Hanji.
Or Hanji was trying to scientifically examine them.
Yeah.
But that's not it.
But then, okay, this is the end of the episode. We're finally there. Thanks for hanging in. Cool montage. Going all the way from Wall Sina to Wall Maria, right? Kind of passing Titans. You're going through the fields. There's like nature. You get up to Shiganshina, where the hole is, where the armored Titan like broke through, and it goes up the wall, and you see little Beastie Boy, kind of unconscious.
Why do you gotta say it like that?
Because
the Beast Boy.
Can I finish?
Sorry, go.
Going up the wall, a little Beastie Boy is sitting there looking all lifeless, and on the nape comes out a guy with glasses, blonde. I thought,
ripped,
and maybe this is a spoiler, but I will just tell you. I will tell you what I thought when I finished the season. I was like, Grisha Yeager. It looks like him.
He doesn't have, but Grisha Yeager doesn't have blonde
We don't
hair,
know.
so it wasn't.
Right, and I was so confused about it. But I
Could
was
be.
like, it
could
looks
be.
exactly
Hey, these people
like
might
him.
not know.
That's true.
But I'm saying,
Is it Grisha?
well, I'm saying I don't know. That's literally what I thought, though.
Yeah.
I remember that thought, seeing
Got these
that
cool
man,
glasses on though.
and I was like,
Kind of
It's
looks like
Grisha.
John Lennon.
he does look like.
I want some of those glasses.
And then he says, "Not just yet."
Not just yet. Roll credits.
Dang.
What a good episode!
That
Freaking
was
good
the-
episode. Hannes died.
Sad.
Eren can apparently control Titans. What the heck?
Wait, did I put Hannes' death as a
There's
death count?
how many did you put?
Well, I put 3.
There's
think it's
probably
4.
at least like 4 or 5.
Okay. Death
Dragon
count
missed
for this episode, 4 or 5 that we saw.
There we saw.
Way more.
Way more.
Mikasa saying Eren, 4.
A little
Oh.
up.
Little
Little
up.
up.
Little up. And next episode, we're doing the recap of season 2, and you'll get the final death count and the final Mikasa saying Eren count
For season 2 or for the whole series?
for season 2.
Cool.
I mean, we can do some math and add up
just
the rest.
add.
Easy.
Just add.
I can
We
add.
can do that.
Do you have the little booklet or no?
No.
Well, then we can't add because I don't know what the number was for last
I
week.
can add. I can listen to the previous
True.
recap. See what you said.
Oh, true.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so that's the end of season 2.
Good
one?
season.
I don't know.
Good season.
What?
I
Good-
loved this season.
Good season. So much happens to like
Okay.
think about.
I'm trying to think. Better than.
We didn't even elaborate.
Okay.
Wait.
Maybe no. We'll talk about this in the recap. I was gonna say pick your arc, right? If you're picking arcs by like 13 to 12 episodes, pick your arc
by theme,
like
by
rank.
theme song.
Oh, that's one. Yeah,
Yeah.
by theme song, right?
That's how I like to think of it.
Top 3 because we've experienced 3 arcs so far.
Right now, or we're doing that for the
No,
recap?
we'll do it for the recap.
Okay.
Stay
Okay.
tuned.
Sorry. Before we move on to spoilers, we didn't even really talk about. We kind of just like brushed over like Reiner saying, "I can't believe the coordinate fell on Eren."
What does that even mean?
Like we just like said it and didn't even talk about it.
What does that even mean?
No, we know what it means because we've seen the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's clearly a statement of something that he is that someone else could have been, but Eren is that.
Yeah, like how did he get that?
And obviously that has to do with him controlling the Titans in some way or
Right.
something with
No
the
one
screen.
called him the coordinate until that happened.
So anyway, something to think about if you haven't watched the whole series.
Something to ponder.
Something to ponder. Let's go into spoilers.
Mhm. If you have not seen to the very last second of the whole series,
Why are you
can
just
stop
playing
now.
with the plant right now?
I don't
Stop
know.
playing with the plant.
So stop now because we will spoil something because everything is fair game. So thank you for listening. Follow us on all of our socials, Instagram, TikTok, Discord, Spotify.
Yeah, this
YouTube.
is so the recap episode is going to be our final episode for a little bit because we're taking a break, like we
Mhm.
said last episode.
Uh-huh.
So please, if anything, if you want to stay like up to date the most, go to our Discord because that's where we like
We'll still
actually
be active on that.
like we let everyone know that we wouldn't have an episode last week because of the fires,
Mhm.
and like I don't think we posted that on Instagram. So yeah, go to the Discord. That's where we can like we could talk to you.
Yeah.
So
See you on the disc.
you on the disc.
And see you next episode.
recap season 2.
Mm-hmm.
We got
Okay.
things. Okay, spoilers. 3, 2, 1. Spoilers.
So Aaron saying in that end conversation with John how he has to be decisive. He has to be confident. He's got to choose and not second guess. Just, I don't know. I feel like in that moment, I thought of the whole season 4 of like him asking Mikasa, like, what am I to you? A family or something more? And she said
Something
family.
more.
And then he went on his own, right? To like start the rumbling plan, which is
Mhm.
like infiltrate Marley, become a injured soldier and stuff like that. So in some ways, it's like I saw that statement as like that was his first moment of being decisive and like not really bringing others in, but like he was doing what he felt is best and was following through with all that. And I thought this quote just reminded me of it.
Okay. That's a good point.
Coordinate, now as we know, is the person who is able to control all the Titans. Or control all the Eldians. Sorry, I should probably...
Control all the Eldians.
Yeah.
And we see that, and well, we know that because we know who, I guess...
The smiley Titan.
I guess, yeah, because we've gotten to the end now, so we know that she has royal blood.
Dinah Fritz, his stepmommy.
That is his stepmom.
That is Eren's stepmom.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Like he just killed her. He just made her get killed. His stepmom. No, not his stepmom.
Yeah, I was trying to think.
Well, it's not. It wouldn't be stepmom. It'd be like
dad's ex-wife.
Yeah, it'd be dad's ex-wife.
Yeah. But he doesn't have to be related to the royal family, right? Right, or else he would just, if he was related to the royal family, he would just have that power from the get-go.
Right. So now Zeke has royal blood because he's Dinah's son.
Right, he's the true son. So if he had the coordinate power, he would be able.
But then he would be bound by the blood of
Jesus
blood of the
Christ.
king. No, then he'd be bound by the blood of the king, of King Fritz.
Yeah.
Right? Because it was the king who...
And then whenever royal blood goes through, or whenever a coordinate has a member of royal blood, they get the frickin'... They're
sparkly
the
eyes.
They get the sparkly eyes.
Sauron.
Yeah, the eyes of Sauron, and they get to see all.
The Beast Titan can't control Titans, but like when he first comes in, he's kind of like...
He can yell. And
but he's kind of commanding them too.
Yeah, because like there's a point where when Mike dies, that he's like, you can go now.
You can go now.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Does that have to do with royal blood?
Or does that just have to do with that he's like a huge Titan that could like... Well, they were like scared of him.
I don't know whose power that is. Is that royal blood or is that beast?
So I think it's royal blood because they're shocked that he has some sort of power to cause people to transform into Titans through his scream.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then so being an attack Titan doesn't necessarily mean you are the coordinate. It's just that Eren has that coordinate power from Grisha.
Yeah, because Grisha ate the Fritz,
the previous coordinate, who also had
royal blood. Yeah. And because he ate her in like the basement in that like cool crystal cave, then
which was Historia's sister.
That.
Right. And
she was the brunette.
Yeah.
Or black-haired sister.
Kind of like black-haired. And so she had the coordinate power. So then when Grisha ate her, he then had attack Titan and coordinate.
Because before that, it was always royal blood and coordinate were paired.
Yeah.
And when you're paired,
you're bound
that's when you have the all-seeing, and then you don't do anything with the powers.
Right.
Well, they were too scared to do anything with the powers.
To cause the rumbling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
So it was basically a big threat. So
I literally for sure did not grasp any of that the first time I watched it. So rewatching it is going to be me like actually understanding it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I'm excited to get back into it.
Yeah.
In a couple months.
Okay, well, that was good.
We'll stop there. I feel like this episode's gone on quite a while. But we'll see you in the recap.
See you in the recap.
Final episode for the podcast for
ever.
No, good couple months.
No.
Who said that?
Who said that?
A good couple months.
All right, guys. See you next week. Recap season 2.
Give your hearts.
Sasageyo. You're crazy.